Thanks, everybody. Are we late? We're so sorry.
No.
Oh, it's really nice to see you guys again.
You're not the exact same people from last year, are you?
72%.
It's so sad to see that this won't be documented.
Let me introduce everybody here. In case you didn't know, that's Jim Dauterive down at the end. He's our Papa Bear. That's Jon Benjamin next to him. He plays Bob. That's John Roberts. He plays Linda. This is Dan Mintz. He plays Tina. This is Eugene Mirman. He plays Gene. This is Kristen Schaal. She plays Louise. I'm Loren Bouchard. I want to apologize again if we held you up. We had a sizzle reel we were going to play at the top to kind of warm you up, but you guys seemed warmed up.
Yeah.
I don't know, should we play the clips?
Yeah.
All right, let's watch a few minutes from the season that you just watched.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Did you see that? Oh, that was you.
That's season 2 in a nutshell. We are going to come back on the air September 30th for season 3. We're going to be on. This will be the first time we get to come on in the fall and run all the way through like a regular television show. Feels pretty good. We're really excited about that. This is, I'm sure at every panel you go to, they tell you you're the reason that we're here. But it's really true because you guys have so much say in this. You know, if you're not a hit right out of the gates, we've talked about this in panels past, there's still a chance for you. This isn't like a Hollywood blockbuster that has to make its money back on the first weekend. In television, you can grow your audience and you can sink into the sort of consciousness of television watchers, and this is what you guys really do. You like it, you tell your friends, and we get to survive. So this is where we are. We're poised on the sort of the eve of our third season, and it's a really amazing place. We never ever stop feeling grateful for being able to do this, and you can start to taste longevity, which is an amazing thing to accomplish if you're doing a show that you're proud of, and if you're feeling a connection to your audience, which we feel, to be able to get to that point and hopefully go forward.
Jesus Christ, Dad.
This is why we're taking you all camping with us.
I just got hit with a lot of heavy shit just then.
I rented a house
Crazy amount of
with 600
responsibility.
bedrooms.
It is. It's heavy. It's heavy.
Wow.
We're lucky to get to do this, and it comes home to us, I think, at Comic-Con more than anywhere else. And we are really lucky to be here to introduce the third season. Let me get these guys talking. In panels past, we've really used this as an excuse to celebrate these actors, and I don't want this to be any different. We're very proud of the process, and we're incredibly aware of the fact that these guys are what makes the show. They truly are the engine that drives it, and the writers and the artists and everyone else who works hard on the show wouldn't disagree. This is a very special group of people. But I want to get you guys talking about the other parts of the process, and you're not experts in that, and you don't have to comment on whether Louise's dress was the right color in that clip.
It was not.
Yeah, I know. Weird monitor in here. Just replace the color of your dress for some reason.
Everything looked a little off.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Anyway.
But Jon Benjamin, why don't you start? Or no, Jim. Kick it off a little. Tell Jon what he should talk about in regards to ask Jon, if you would.
What, are you not talking to Jon?
I can take
Jim.
it. Question.
No, I don't want to.
Wait,
Jim, ask Jon why he won't come with me to the prom.
Ask Jon. Talk a little bit about the process beyond the recording day, before and after the actors are involved.
Tell me what I did last night after 2 a.m. 2 a.m.
I don't remember.
Oh, all right. Well, I do.
Have you guys ever? You guys come in and you record.
I'm not aware of that.
And,
No.
and then you don't really. Have you ever seen the show?
I've seen the clips.
The animation.
Sizzle reel. That was good.
So much happens once they leave their microphones and at the studio. The animation process takes so long, 6, 7, 8 months before it's something is ever on the air, and there's so many boring phases to it that.
So I guess you read between the lines what Loren was saying and making us feel guilty.
Yes, yeah.
That's true, right? Okay.
But actually, we just had a table read on Friday for our 40th episode. Only 22 have ever aired, so there's 18 that you don't even know about yet, and that's just the nature of animation and more. We're continuing to work on them. So I don't know, it's a very tedious process that Loren has asked you to talk about.
It's not tedious. It's fun. It's fun. I was thinking about, the writers have obviously absorbed the characters at this point. We're deep into this now. We breathe this thing now we've been breathing it and living it for more than a few years. And so, Jon, talk a little bit about how you perceive the scripts, especially the latest ones. What you're seeing in the Bob character.
He's all grown up now, right? Well, I don't know about I didn't understand that whole other thing that happened before this, right? That was weird.
We were just warming up.
Right.
Is it hot in here?
Yes.
There's a lot of heavy breathing, yeah. It really is warming up the room.
Maybe we just stop breathing for a second.
Wait, be more specific.
Let's think about, I guess there's a sort of, it reminds me a little bit of that quote I mentioned last year too, where you said, to prepare for Archer, you stick your chest out, and to prepare for Bob, you stick your gut out.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I really like because...
Well, I think I dropped my shoulders.
Oh yeah, that's
Stick
it,
my gut out. Yeah.
I mean, and that's...
There's a big, there was, I guess I did that interview where it was my acting lesson. Well, I use my pants a lot.
Move them up and down.
When we did Coach McGurk, it's hard to, do physical things when you're in the booth, except for John Roberts. You do a lot of physical stuff. But for Coach McGurk, I remember I used to hike my pants up to hide my belly, because I thought that's what that guy would do, right? And then that created the whole character. And for Bob, I slouched my shoulders, I think.
John Roberts, talk a little bit about Linda, what you see on the screen. That, you perform that character, and that's coming right out of this deep inside part of you, but then you get to watch it, and there she is. She has her own physicality, that the way she's drawn, and talk a little bit about that.
She's a sassy little bitch, but she showed her tits this year, which was very exciting. And when I was a child, I had a dream. It's like a Pink Floyd song, but I had the flu, and my mom's boobs just kept stretching and stretching, and I was like, booby, booby. So that has nothing to do with anything, but
That is not like any Pink Floyd song I've ever
heard. And my head swelled up like a balloon. Boobies, boobies. But what I love about Linda is that she drinks a lot of alcohol, but she can still be a good mom. Because I know a lot of functioning alcoholic moms. So that's a good thing. And I like that Linda takes things with a grain of salt. She lets her kids be who they are, and lets their personalities shine for the gorgeous individuals that they all are. And I think that's really, it's nice!
Dan, talk about Tina. You know, she is becoming absolutely beloved on a level that is, it seems very deep and personal to a lot of people. You know, frequently people tell me, you know, they say, Tina's my favorite. And I think they think that no one's ever felt that way or said that before. But, you know, she just connects with people, obviously, she does for us too, writing and putting the show on. Tell us what you experienced watching the show. It must be a little odd.
The question didn't have to do with this setting up part of it. But, yeah, a lot of people email me and say, oh, I'm just like Tina.
And I'm one of those people.
You give out your email a lot.
And I think, because I think superficially, she seems like a character that people would not relate to. It's kind of the weird, crazy one. She is kind of weird, but in a lot of ways, I think she's really easy to relate to because she just she's so just simple. She just is so whatever she wants, she just wants that, and her emotions are just so clear, and everyone can understand what it's like to really want something and not be able to have it. And it's really fun watching the show because there's all these like little moments with Tina just visually that I didn't know about when we were recording it. And I always feel, for like a second, I'll feel some pride about that, and then I'll realize I had nothing to do with that. Someone else drew it.
It's like Netflix now, so no one's watching Hardcastle.
No child is. But it is really fun to throw that in there. I remember the second episode where something I said about Salman Rushdie got in, and I was like, this is very exciting, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But I think just watching it, really it's also watching the writers and like, sort of like in general, all of us, our actual personalities and sort of how we are comedically merged with like the writers writing for us and being like, oh my God, that's like a thing, that's like a better version of a thing I would have said or however. And and mostly what it feels is very coherent and the world is getting bigger and we're going, I guess some of it hasn't aired, but like we go places and like the first season is very much in the restaurant, and then the second is like in the world, and then we're gonna go to the moon now. Anyway, sorry if I drifted from how Gene is. Anyway, just have so much fun.
Kristen, talk about Louise. Tell us what is it like now that you've seen this character kind of come alive and you get to sort of be her and not be her at the same. What's that like?
Well, it's a great escape. I love to feel her fire and just yell into the microphone every day. And she's passionate and demonic and incredibly intelligent, and she'll just be the leader of the next generation. So I'm excited about that.
She's like an adorable Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, she's a mad Hillary Clinton. I think she's also something exciting about Louise is I don't think we've fully uncovered her yet. I think there's lots of layers that we haven't found out about her, especially being the youngest. So I'm excited to find more of her vulnerabilities and more things that she's gonna love and more things she's gonna want to destroy.
Yeah, I think these kids are headed for disaster. Right? Doesn't it feel that way? Like
I'm going to see
Tina's gonna get pregnant like soon, really soon. And then Gene and Louise are in serious trouble, right?
Yeah, we're going to cut off our hands doing something by accident.
Yeah, that's serious.
It's too bad you don't get to age them in animation. Like you want to find out what Louise is going to be like when she's 18 or something.
Yeah, they did that in the.
They did that what?
They did that with that what is it, For Better or Worse or something, and it was just awful.
Oh, I'm sorry I brought it
It
up.
wasn't awful, it was weird. It was weird to watch. Okay,
What's For Better or Worse?
forget it.
What is it? It's a comic strip, okay.
The first episode that's going to air this season is we delve a little deeper into Louise's character. Somebody steals her ears.
Yeah, and it's God.
Shit's about to get ugly.
We were really nervous to write the episode because we didn't want to go too far. You want to kind of lift those layers off very carefully. You don't want to reveal too much. You don't want to like just spill it all at once in one episode. You don't want to see the top of her head. We do not let the camera see that part of her body because she doesn't seem to want to let anybody see it. You know what I'm talking about.
It's like Jason Van Voorhees, the Friday the 13th.
What's that?
Jason's hair underneath it, right? No.
I got it.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah, it's like Jason.
Sorry. We didn't, in the end we decided to save, that's a teaser for the episode, we decided to save video of that episode for the premiere. What we brought with us as a clip to show you some season 3 stuff is deeper into the season. I think you'll enjoy this. I don't think this clip needs any introduction. It's in animatic, so you'll see the sort of proto form of the animation, but I think it really speaks for itself. It's a little clip from an episode that'll air in the spring tentatively called Middle School Broadcast News. Why don't we cue up this clip, please enjoy a little taste of season 3. It truly is something that you can't see on any other shows because as far as I know, they just don't work the way that we like to work, which is to get these guys interacting with each other in that particular style where they get to interrupt and talk over each other and yell. It's just so satisfying for us to have moments like that pop out of the other side of that process. How are we doing on time? Should we throw it open to questions? Did you guys have your questions ready? You want to start lining up? I know we always run out of time. I want to make sure we have enough time. While you're queuing up, Jon Benjamin.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your favorite episode so far.
Oh man. What?
Of any television show.
I guess the Triples on Star Trek. No, Trouble with Triples.
Yeah, me
right?
too.
It's such cool.
Was really nice to see how like almost real it already is. So couldn't we just kind of go to the next step and get that thing on the phone? The answer is yes. We would love to have something like that come out, and we are pursuing it as we speak.
Yay!
Just so you know, Bob, you don't suck.
Hi, I'm David, and I had a question about Teddy. I think he's kind of one of the more underappreciated characters on the series, and kind of everyone has had their own episode, even more Ted an episode where he has the blind date and everything. So I was just wondering if we were going to get more Teddy in the next season.
Yeah, it's great. Teddy is beloved. We love writing for him. We love hearing from him. The actors love working with Larry Murphy. He is really a rock in the cast. And we are going to see a lot of Teddy in an episode coming up that we call The Deepening, wherein the Wonder Wharf puts a 25-foot mechanical shark on display because it was used in a movie that was shot right there in their town, and Teddy worked on the movie, so we get to see not only young Teddy in flashback, but Teddy does battle with the shark at the end.
Hi, my name's also Dave.
Look at that shirt, everybody. Can we appreciate that shirt?
Take it off.
Show us your tits.
Or not.
Sorry to interrupt.
Hey, I was wondering, since the panels each year are so great with you guys, what are the chances of a possible, obviously not this year, but next year, a table read of a script? Some Simpsons and some people have done that in the past, and you guys just have really great personalities live, and you're more than just the voices of a cartoon. It would really be a fun night.
I think that it makes sense that you would want to hear that, but that's not fun for us.
We're going to do a table read at the Montreal Just for Laughs Comedy Festival because they asked us to. Frankly, we would feel deprived of getting to hear these guys talk off the cuff and just sort of peek back behind the curtain a little bit. Though table reads are also fun. Come to one in Burbank.
I think we're gonna do a reading of The Seagull by Chekhov in my hotel room tonight, if you wanna come.
Yeah, a naughty reading of it.
your question?
Hi, my question is directed to the whole panel because I'm not sure who could answer it. In the food truck episode, the singer at the festival, is she modeled after Tori Amos, or who are you making fun of with that character?
Not making fun of anybody. Tori Amos doesn't necessarily deserve, at this point in time, to be made fun of.
I just want to say for the record, and I said this time and time again publicly, she is my favorite singer.
Yeah, there you go.
I know, and I met with blank stares every time I say it. I don't care.
You will get that reaction every time.
Yeah, until I die.
But yeah, we looked at Tori Amos. We listened to a little Tori Amos. You know, we had to pick someone.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elise. I like to think the show is some racy family fun. Are there any jokes that you guys wanted to do, but the powers that be just said, you can't do that?
Remember any, Jim?
Anything specific?
Oh, man.
John wanted to do an episode of God living in his butt, and we were like, no.
It happens. We have a good relationship with the standards people at Fox, and they pretty much let us get away with most things that we want. We have an episode coming up where Bob opens a box and it's his toys from his childhood that the people that live in the house he used to live in found in the attic and sent to him. And they're very depressing. They're like a Brillo pad and a piece of soap that looks sort of like a dog that was his pet dog, and a spatula. It was a fighter plane, and we learn about his grim childhood working in his dad's restaurant, and he ends up firing the kids from the restaurant because he wants to spare them the fate that he had. But the point of the story is that when he opens the box, the ladies that sent it to him had a letter, and they said that we thought, we were afraid they were dildos, and boy were we relieved. They wouldn't let us say dildos, so we compromised with vibrators, I think, you know. So we haven't crossed the dildo line. But we will keep trying.
You can say vibrator, but not dildo.
Yes.
They would not let you say dildo, or they would?
They would not.
They would not.
Cock like dong.
So we're saying it a lot right now, though, dildo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you get your fill of dildo. See, that's a good motto for dildos. Get your fill of this.
What's the next question? Thank you.
My question was kind of about the specials. It is my favorite part of the show, and I was wondering if you guys had any special ones that were the best that you thought like actually got on the show or didn't get on the show.
Oh, did you start by saying the burgers of the day?
Yeah, the burgers of the day, they're my favorite part, so I wanted to know if the panel had
You have any favorites? You guys know that in every day that passes on Bob's Burgers, we put a new burger of the day up. And if we miss a day, we vow to kill ourselves. Every single, if there's a change of day in the show, then there's a new burger of the day on the board. So what's your favorite?
I don't know. Probably what?
What was the Swiss chard one?
Yeah, there was a Swiss chard. There was a kale, something kale.
Yeah, I'm gonna kale
It looks good
myself.
kale, right? It looks good kale.
Yeah. Swiss chard and talk.
You know what's funny about the kale one? We get a lot of kale. Kale fits into a lot of jokes. There's kaleanoscopy.
That sounds like a great sandwich.
We will sort of collect our favorites at some point and try to, and seriously, we're going to have a party and cook them all.
I wish you could really get a kaleanoscopy.
You could.
You could shove kale up your ass.
And you can find the tools on the floor here to do it.
Hi, what's your question?
I was gonna ask if y'all would ever eat any of the burgers of the day, but I think burgers of the day is kind of played out now.
So you gotta regroup.
I should have studied the burgers of the day before this panel. I'm mortified that I can't think of any.
But the writers are in the audience, and
Yeah,
they probably
the
have the
writers are
answers.
on. Yeah, let's have the writers stand up.
Yeah, the writers. show. They sit around brainstorming these.
Where's Rich?
Okay.
There he is. Come on, where are the
Oh wait,
colors
you're not,
too?
where are you going?
You didn't get a question.
Yeah, ask a question, young lady.
Ask if the writers will stand up again.
Stand up again.
No.
Do y'all all get together and record at once, or it's all individual? Like you talked about that you talk over each other. Do you get to record all the voices together in the same room?
Yes.
Not technically, no.
No?
Well, I mean,
Half the cast is in New York.
yeah, there's some people in New York and there's some in LA.
But it's at the same time,
Yes.
if you believe in time.
There's a phone line that connects us.
No Skype.
New York to LA, there's an ISDN line.
Yeah, it's like fancy Skype, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, we record together, which is how we can manage to yell and talk over each other.
We record on Wednesdays. We do a table read on Friday, and then on Wednesday we record for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
My Wednesdays are booked, so if you want to hang out.
it's a little too specific.
In New York we can order lunch, but in LA they only get to order lunch from one Mexican place. But in New York we don't have any of the suits around, so we go nuts.
Yeah.
But
We get sushi!
we got in trouble for that.
Yeah, we got in trouble.
We ordered too much sushi one day and,
Yeah.
and everyone got mad.
So now we order from one Mexican place.
Now we all have to share one falafel.
In fairness, it was over $7,000 of sushi. There's like thousands of fish died for our mouths that day.
Yeah.
What's your question?
First off, I want to say I really like Jon, Eugene, and Christine in Cheap Seats. If you guys remember that ESPN show, if you remember being on it. That's
Yes.
amazing. It's so
I remember my entire life.
I was on Cheap Seats,
You were the intern, I remember.
but you didn't like my part that much.
You
Part of it.
I don't think you didn't win the intern challenge.
Yeah, it was quick.
Anyways,
I've been on 2 things with twins. I was in the Olsen's twins movie.
Yeah, it's a hot dog vendor, right?
Yeah.
Traitor. Not that good.
Anyways, my question was, I'm a huge fan of Dr. Katz, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong here, I don't remember another animated episode or series that had Jon Benjamin and Jonathan Katz in it, and I was wondering if there's been any compliment, thinking about having to be a guest star, because I would love to see them two interact again. Yes, maybe 3rd season.
Yes, we would love to have him on. We keep his name on a whiteboard and we keep trying to find the right
Whiteboard,
thing.
that's dangerous. It's not permanent.
Once we get him on, we wipe it up. Well, he's near and dear to us, and we would love to have him on. And he and Jon are incredible together, and we'll make it happen.
Thank you.
So I had a question for all of you really prolific comedians. I feel like a lot of you guys do a lot of
That leaves you out, Jon.
I know like Jon Benjamin does a lot more like racy stuff like Archer and whatnot. How does it feel to like do comedy for like a more PG crowd? Also, for Jon, do you actually pretend to be British for your kid? I really hope that's true.
It's half true. Yeah. I pretend to be Irish.
Yeah. How does it feel to do more PG comedy for Fox?
I don't really think this is PG.
Yeah, you can actually. I guess it depends how you look at it. I don't think Bob's Burgers is particularly PG.
The recordings certainly aren't PG.
It's relaxing to not, do like blue humor, I'm just sometimes I'm like, good, I don't have to talk about clam jamming today. What a relief.
I think also the dynamic is that we're a family. So in the context of the show, we're just doing jokes, obviously, that have been written and stuff. So it's not, that doesn't figure into it. It's not like we really want to make a cartoon about dildos and someone's stopping us.
No, someone is stopping us.
The government!
We can't say
The
dildo.
9/11 Commission!
It's also, I think, it's a difference between, it's not PG versus R or whatever. I think for us, it's good-hearted. You know, it's not mean-spirited. The characters, we protect them and take care of them, and we don't want the show to feel nasty. You know, but it's racy, sure. I don't think anybody here minds doing racy stuff, and the network doesn't mind. Because, you know, if it's good-hearted, then it doesn't feel gross.
Thanks. Yeah. We should do one seriously hardcore episode. Really go all out. I mean, it's fucking like crazy.
So the late night Cinemax.
Yeah, it's like Bob fucks the shit out of Linda. Just
there's a warning in front of you.
Yeah, I saw this. But...
what's your question?
I was wondering about merchandise, maybe upcoming merchandise for the show. There's so many.
So were we.
I was wondering what kind of merchandise you you guys would dream of having for the show, like erotic friend fiction Mad Libs.
Limited edition Ferraris with our faces on it, and that's it.
Dan, what kind of merchandise would you like to see?
Yeah.
I don't really thought.
You do know that you're a stand-up comedian.
He's taking a little time off.
John Roberts, what kind of merchandise would you like to see?
Oh God, I would love to see definitely some T-shirts. Hello, that's pretty basic. Some big.
Everybody has to make their own, right?
That's the tie-dye kits. I'd love to see maybe some Halloween costumes.
How about dolls where you pull the string, like Dolls of All of Us, and you pull the string and it says some of our funny catchphrases and we get 2% of that.
Maybe just like really risky underwear would be fun too.
Risky?
Yeah, it's like, you know,
that's how you pronounce it?
Did you say risky or frisky?
Risky. Risky,
you said risky underwear.
Risque.
What's risky
I don't
underwear?
know.
Like underwear that might blow up?
Underwear bomber type of stuff, you know? Just stuff that's gonna blow.
Like we can't assure that these are safe.
Right, exactly.
If you put them on, you might get some sort of weird disease.
Well, that too. You don't know what you're gonna get. And it's just an idea, so it's at a starting point.
These are seriously risky underwear.
Exactly. I think that, you know, it could sell.
Thank you. What's your next question?
Hi, this is for H. John. Hello there.
You can call me H.
Can I call you HJ?
Or just idiot.
So, on series like Archer, home movies, and all that, how does it feel to be the relatively straight man in this show?
Yeah, that's a good question.
She wasn't straight last night, honey. This thing was down at the bar trolling this thing.
This is what we put up with every recording.
That's not true. We'll bring you out of the closet, Eugene. Okay, go ahead.
It feels good actually. I like it's less work, you know. Yeah, and I don't know. It felt natural, especially with these guys who can be funny all the time. So it's great to I'm so funny all the time that it's nice to take a break. And they finally gave me a show where I can be really not funny. Are you throwing up?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God, I think it's your answer.
It's like you're about to throw up, so I don't want you to throw up.
Might be your face.
And you can shift back and forth. That's nice, and that's been true since Dr. Katz. You guys are generous actors with each other, and you can be a straight man in one moment and then turn, and the roles shift, and all of a sudden you get to.
Yeah, I mean, I said a couple funny things.
And I like also when we get to see Bob unhinged, and he's definitely not a straight man in, Art Crawl or in Burger Boss, where he's just losing his mind, and he becomes the man-child that we kind of want to see every once in a while.
Yeah.
Hi, what's your question?
Hi. Wow. I'm not as perky or as adorable as the last person before.
I'll be the
me.
judge.
I'm just a normal schlemiel.
Show us your tits.
Normal schlemiel.
I love the girlfriend screams out, no!
Has there been any times that you guys have improv stuff that's actually made it into the show where you guys are doing the sound-based stuff?
Yes.
When is there not been? Yes.
Yeah.
It all goes in.
Yeah.
Like my mom said when I died, throw my ashes in Tom Selleck's face, and I turned into the show.
Your mom really said that?
She really did. And then she got Tom Selleck. She really did.
Oh my God, you have to do that. It would be so awesome to see Tom Selleck at like literal human remains.
He was a nice man, and it was the happiest day of my mother's life. It was a set of Blue Bloods. And,
great story. Wrap it up.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, but I will say that a lot, like the writing is incredible. Like a lot of what gets in it, a lot of the stuff that's really, really funny is like written and planned out, and then we get to like sort of like goof around and like, you know, where there'll be like a moment or a little thing that we add. But a lot of it is also written.
We never ever want to put the actors in a position of feeling like they need to. It's the worst thing we could do is to expect them to improvise, you know, and write the scripts for us. We have to go in there and assume that if they didn't improvise a single thing, we'd still have a fantastic show. And we always record that way and make sure we get the script. If they happen to start fooling around, the amazing thing is they do it in character. You can immediately start imagining, okay, we'll sprinkle a little bit of that in there, and the writing and the improv becomes one thing. It's not even hard. You don't even feel like you're making a choice between one or the other. It just feels like one sort of helps the other.
Well, I would say like that clip you saw, I don't know what was written and what was improvised.
Same.
Yeah, and that's what it turns out. It's why it's so wonderful. Yes, weird lady.
You're just jealous.
That's right.
I agree with you.
First off, you guys are so amazing. I'm so hooked to your show, so I'm so happy to be in front of you. Also, I have a question. Will we ever have a show that shows Linda hooked, like how Linda and the health inspector hooked up before marrying Bob?
Backstory. It is so, the further we get from episode 1, the weirder it is that Linda and Hugo, the health inspector, were engaged, and yet we said it, so it must be true. And we've since kind of figured out that they probably had a very chaste relationship, you know what I mean? I feel like they got engaged, but maybe didn't go all the way. We have the MC.
Stuck it halfway in. Pulled it in real, and then he pulled it out really quick.
There's an episode coming up where there's a nude beach in town, and Hugo is trying to bust it as we open the episode because he doesn't want nude food vendors. He finds it disgusting. He's a very uptight guy. Things take a turn, and Linda and him are sort of on the beach at the same time looking at each other naked. And all of the writers, everybody, we all needed to know, like, what happened between them? Was this like the first time they ever saw each other naked? We ultimately have a lot of backstory that we want to kind of dribble in and sneak in, and we hope you guys enjoy watching it.
Yay! All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks again to the cast. Thanks to all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for waiting in line.